Hello doctors, welcome to Medico's Diary. This is our sixth video. Please check the description box for previous videos. It's going to be hard, but hard does not mean impossible. We become more successful when we are happier and more positive. So be positive always. Today I select questions from our Bible, Organon of Medicine. Okay, let's start. First one. Deus naturae means options A. Natural disease, B. Follow the nature, C. Natural phenomenon, D. Natural condition. Answer option B. Follow the nature. The term Deus naturae was introduced in the introduction to the Organon, paragraph 37, 39, 41 and 44. Deus naturae means follow the nature. This phrase was followed by the old school physicians. In order to follow the nature, they induced evacuation and other antagonistic metastasis as seen in diseases to provide a helping hand to the suffering vital force. Next one. Physician is likewise a preserver of health if he, options, knows the exciting and maintaining causes, B. Have knowledge of disease of medicinal powers, C. Remove and annihilates the diseases in its whole extent, D. Knows the thing that derange health and cause diseases. Answer option D. Knows the thing that derange health and cause diseases. It is from the aphorism number 4, Organon of Medicine. He is likewise a preserver of health if he knows the things that derange the health and cause disease and how to remove them from person in health. Next one. Meteoric diseases are options A. Acute individual disease, B. Sporadic disease, C. Epidemic disease, D. Chronic disease. Answer option B. Sporadic disease. In aphorism 73 deals with the sporadic disease. They are of such a kind of attack several persons at the same time here and there. That means sporadically by means of meteoric or telluric influences and injurious agents, the susceptibility for being morbidly affected by which is possessed by only few persons at one time. So, meteoric diseases are sporadic disease. Next one, acute diseases is described as options A. Rapid morbid process of abnormally deranged vital force, B. Rapid morbid process ending in death, C. Rapid morbid process runs their course in brief period of duration, and D. All. Answer option D. All. All the three options given here are the definition of acute diseases. Aphorism number 72 deals with acute diseases. It defines that the disease to which man is liable are either rapid morbid process of the abnormally deranged vital force which have a tendency to finish their course more or less quickly but always in a moderate time. These are termed acute diseases. Next one. Highest, the sole aim of the physician is given in which aphorism? Options A. Aphorism 18, B. Aphorism 17, C. Aphorism number 3, D. Aphorism 1. Answer option B. Aphorism 17. Aphorism 17 states that, but when the disease is annihilated, health is restored, and this is the highest, the sole aim of the physician who knows the true object of his mission, which consists not is not in learned, sounding, prating, but is giving aid to the sick. You may be confused this with aphorism number 1. Aphorism number 1 states that the physician's high and only mission is to restore the sick to health, to cure as it is termed. Here the question is highest, the sole aim of the physician. It is given in the aphorism number 17. Next one, not belong to the keynote symptom. Option A, peculiar in nature in a case and help to find out a small group of remedy. B, one of the characteristic particulars or generals. C, symptoms which helps to find out an indicated remedy. D, minor generalization based upon the study of many particulars. Answer option C, symptoms which helps to find out an indicated remedy. The other options given here are the definition of keynote symptom. So, our answer, symptom which helps to find out an indicated remedy, is the definition of determinative symptom. The concept of determinative symptom was given by Garthe-Boric. Actually, it is equivalent to Kent's characteristic symptom. Next one, diseases due to drug abuse are option A, most difficult to cure, option B, easily cured, option C, always require treatment, option D, chronic in nature. Answer option A, most difficult to cure. Aphorism number 74 to 76 deals with artificial chronic disease produced by the allopathic treatment by the prolonged use of violent heroic medicines in large and increasing doses and most difficult to treat. In aphorism number 75 states that all chronic diseases are most deplorable and most incurable. So, diseases due to drug abuses are most difficult to cure. Next one, treatment by antipathy is done in options A, most acute disease, B, only in most urgent cases where danger to life and imminent death allowed no time for the action of homeopathic medicine, C, most inverted cases, D, cases with gross pathological changes. Answer option B, only in most urgent cases where danger to life and imminent death allowed no time for the action of homeopathic medicine. Aphorism 67 and its footnote states that antipathic mode of treatment is advisable in the following cases, that are most urgent cases where danger to life and imminent death allow no time for the action of a homeopathic remedy, sudden accidents occurring to previously healthy individuals where there is no previous disease. Next one, moral destruction with no desire to live is under which miasm? Options A, Sora, B, syphilis, C, psychosis, D, pseudosora. Answer B, syphilis. Syphilis is highly depressed. All symptoms are worse at night. Depressed but keep troubles to themselves and sulk over them. Dull, stupid, heavy and obstinate. The patient keeps his depression to himself and he has committed suicide. So, moral destruction with no desire to live is under the miasm syphilis. Next one, mode of administration of medicine in antisoric treatment. Options A, sulfur alone only in the smallest doses of a potentized preparation. B, several antisoric medicines given according to the symptoms in the order. C, early morning during empty stomach. D, not useful in pregnancy. Here, answer is option C, early morning during empty stomach. Hahnemann, The Chronic Disease, he returns that the dose of antisoric medicines should be given on the tongue in the early morning with empty stomach. So, the mode of administration of medicine is in early morning with empty stomach. Okay, hope you got some good information. If you like my video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share. Thank you.